Are you struggling to keep your blood sugar in check no matter how careful you try to be? What if the answer wasn't some complicated new routine, but instead was already sitting in your fridge? Today we're breaking down the top 9 vegetables that aren't just good for you, they're powerful tools for managing diabetes. And it doesn't stop there. After we go through the veggies, I'll share 5 simple blood sugar friendly breakfast ideas you can make in minutes. Then we'll top it off with 5 luxurious yet budget friendly dishes that feel like they came straight from a fine dining restaurant, without the price tag or the glucose spike. So grab a notepad or just sit back and relax. By the end of this video, you'll have a full game plan to fight back against blood sugar swings, starting with one bite at a time. Let's begin with the vegetables. And number 1 on the list is a green you probably already know, but might not be using to its full potential. Broccoli. It might look like just another basic vegetable, but for people with diabetes, broccoli is anything but ordinary. It contains a compound called sulforaphane, and this stuff is no joke. Studies show it can reduce fasting blood sugar by up to 10%. 10%! That's not some small number. That's the kind of drop that can change your whole day, even without changing your medication. In the United States, more than 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes. That's over 96 million people at risk. Something as simple as adding broccoli to your plate a few times a week could be the difference between managing your blood sugar now or facing complications later. Now let's get practical. 1 cup of steamed broccoli has 6 grams of carbs and 5 grams of fiber. That fiber is key. It slows down sugar absorption and keeps your glucose levels from spiking after meals. And that's not all. Broccoli also packs in a solid dose of vitamin C and antioxidants that fight inflammation. Chronic inflammation is a major problem for diabetics. It silently damages your nerves, kidneys, blood vessels, and more. And if you've ever been told you're showing signs of early kidney trouble, things like protein in the urine or a rising creatinine level, broccoli may help support kidney health too. It's not just about prevention anymore. It's about helping your body heal from the damage that's already happened. You can steam it, roast it with garlic, or toss it into a stir fry with olive oil. Every bite is doing real work, calming inflammation, feeding your cells, and helping you take control of your health. Next up, number 2, spinach. Spinach is more than a leafy green. It's one of the most therapeutic foods for diabetics, especially if you deal with things like nerve pain, blurry vision, or that deep, tired feeling that just doesn't go away. Why? Because spinach is rich in magnesium, a mineral that plays a huge role in how your insulin works. And here's the surprising part. Over 70% of diabetics are deficient in magnesium. That means your insulin might be in your bloodstream, but it's not working the way it should. Without enough magnesium, it struggles to unlock your cells and move the sugar inside, leaving you with stubbornly high blood sugar even when you're eating well. But spinach doesn't stop there. It also contains alpha-lipoic acid, which has been shown to reduce nerve pain and help restore sensation in the hands and feet. 1 cooked cup of spinach has just 7 calories and 4 grams of carbs, but it delivers a powerful mix of nutrients: folate, potassium, and iron. These support circulation, oxygen delivery, and energy levels. Poor blood flow is a big concern in diabetes. It leads to slow wound healing, cold feet, and increased risk of infection. Spinach helps keep that blood moving, and it even supports your eyes, critical for avoiding diabetic retinopathy, which is still the leading cause of blindness in adults in the US. Add spinach to a smoothie, saute it in olive oil, or blend it into a soup. However you do it, it's giving your body what it's been missing, and what it needs to fight back. Let's keep moving. Number 3, tomatoes. Tomatoes may not seem like a big deal, but they're packed with lycopene, a powerful antioxidant that helps protect blood vessels from damage caused by high blood sugar. See, when glucose stays elevated, it stiffens your arteries and increases your risk of heart disease. And here's a staggering stat: 70% of people with diabetes will go on to develop some form of cardiovascular disease. Lycopene steps in to help. It's been shown to lower LDL cholesterol, the bad kind, by up to 10% and help prevent that stiffening of the arteries that leads to heart attacks and strokes. And tomatoes are incredibly blood sugar friendly. 1 medium tomato has just 5 grams of carbs, 1.5 grams of fiber, and only 22 calories. They're easy to work into your meals, and here's a fun fact: their nutrients get stronger when you cook them. So if you enjoy tomato-based soups, stews, or roasted tomatoes with herbs, you're actually boosting their health benefits. Tomatoes also support your liver, which plays a big role in how your body processes sugar. If your A1C is creeping up, or you've noticed swelling in your feet or ankles, the antioxidants in tomatoes could help slow the damage and protect your organs from further complications. They're incredibly versatile. Add them to salads, cook them into sauces, or just slice one up with a pinch of sea salt. They don't make a lot of noise, but they work quietly behind the scenes, protecting your heart, kidneys, and eyes from long-term damage. Up next, number 4, cabbage. Cabbage might be one of the most overlooked veggies when it comes to diabetes, but it absolutely deserves a spot on your plate. It's low in carbs, only about 4 grams per cooked cup, and contains almost 2 grams of fiber. That means it fills you up without driving your blood sugar through the roof. But the real reason cabbage stands out is its antioxidant power. It's full of sulforaphane and anthocyanins, compounds that help lower oxidative stress and improve how your body uses insulin. Studies show that diabetics deal with chronic inflammation nearly all the time. That constant internal stress makes it harder for insulin to work, which means your blood sugar stays higher, longer. Cabbage fights back, and it's especially important if you're dealing with another common complication, fatty liver. Up to 70% of people with type 2 diabetes have some form of non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. Cabbage supports liver detox, helping clear out extra sugar and improving your body's ability to burn fat. It's also a great veggie for gut health, something many people with diabetes struggle with. Whether it's bloating, slow digestion, or nerve-related gut issues, the fiber in cabbage feeds the healthy bacteria in your gut and promotes better digestion. And if you go for red cabbage, you get even more benefits. The deeper color means more anthocyanins, which support heart health and protect your eyes from diabetic retinopathy. Plus, cabbage is cheap, widely available, and easy to prepare. Eat it raw in salads, saute it in olive oil, or ferment it into sauerkraut. However you use it, cabbage is one of those vegetables that quietly does a lot of heavy lifting for your health. Let's move to number 5, cauliflower. This humble vegetable is a blood sugar stabilizer hiding in plain sight. 1 cooked cup of cauliflower has just 5 grams of carbs and 2 grams of fiber. That makes it an excellent low-carb substitute for starchy foods like potatoes, rice, or bread. Every time you swap a high-carb item for cauliflower, you're avoiding a glucose spike, and that alone helps reduce insulin resistance over time. But there's more. Cauliflower is full of glucosinolates and isothiocyanates, compounds that lower inflammation, protect insulin receptors, and support metabolic function. Many diabetics struggle with belly fat and rising A1C levels. Cauliflower helps break that cycle by supporting fat metabolism and keeping you fuller, longer. And it contains choline, a nutrient your body needs to break down fat and support liver health. Given how common fatty liver is in people with type 2 diabetes, cauliflower's choline content makes it a valuable tool for reversing liver stress and improving overall blood sugar control. One of the best things about cauliflower is its versatility. You can mash it, roast it, turn it into rice, or even use it as a pizza crust. It's an easy, budget-friendly swap that brings big benefits to the table. That wraps up the first 5 veggies, but we've still got 4 more coming, and then we'll dive into 5 breakfast ideas and 5 luxury meals that are diabetic friendly, affordable, and delicious. Next up, number 6, zucchini. Zucchini often gets ignored when we talk about diabetes friendly foods, but it's actually one of the easiest vegetables for your body to digest, making it ideal for people dealing with bloating, sluggish digestion, or unpredictable blood sugar swings. 1 medium zucchini has just 6 grams of carbs, 2 grams of fiber, and only 33 calories. But don't let the low numbers fool you. This little squash is packed with water, fiber, and essential nutrients. That water content supports hydration, which is crucial for blood sugar control. Why? Because even mild dehydration can cause your glucose levels to spike higher than usual. Zucchini also contains a special type of fiber called pectin. Pectin slows down how quickly sugar enters your bloodstream, which means fewer blood sugar crashes and more consistent energy throughout the day. It's also rich in vitamin C and manganese, which are both important for reducing inflammation and helping your body make and use insulin properly. If you've ever noticed your blood sugar being high in the morning for no clear reason, it could be related to overnight dehydration or poor digestion. Zucchini helps with both. It's versatile too. You can spiralize it into low-carb noodles, roast it with herbs, bake it into casseroles, or stuff it with lean meat and cheese. Whatever you do, it's working behind the scenes to keep your blood sugar calm and your digestion smooth. Let's move on to number 7, asparagus. Asparagus is one of the most powerful healing vegetables you can eat, especially if you're managing diabetes. It's low in carbs, about 5 grams per cup, but gives you nearly 3 grams of fiber. That means it fills you up and slows digestion, helping your blood sugar rise more gradually after a meal. But the real star here is chromium. Asparagus is one of the richest vegetable sources of this mineral. Chromium helps insulin do its job, moving sugar from your bloodstream into your cells. Most people with diabetes are low in chromium, and even a small increase in your levels can improve insulin sensitivity by 10 to 20%. Asparagus also contains glutathione, known as the body's master antioxidant. This nutrient protects your organs from the oxidative damage caused by high blood sugar, especially your kidneys, eyes, and nerves. If you deal with numbness or tingling in your feet, trouble with your vision, or general fatigue, asparagus is a food you want to keep in rotation. It even helps support your liver and repair your gut, two areas that are often stressed in diabetes. It's easy to cook too. You can roast it, steam it, or saute it in olive oil with garlic and lemon. Just a few spears at dinner can help balance your numbers overnight and support your body's natural healing process. Number 8. Bell peppers. Colorful, crunchy, and packed with nutrition. Bell peppers are one of the best vegetables you can eat to support blood sugar control. One medium pepper has just 6 grams of carbs, 2 grams of fiber, and more than 150% of your daily vitamin C. That's important because vitamin C isn't just for immune health. It also reduces inflammation and helps your cells respond better to insulin. Some studies show that vitamin C can improve insulin sensitivity by up to 30%, and that's a big deal when you're trying to get off the blood sugar roller coaster. Red peppers in particular are rich in beta-carotene and lutein, both of which protect your vision from diabetic complications like retinopathy. And because they're full of water, they also help keep you hydrated, which we already know is key for stable glucose levels and kidney health. Bell peppers are easy to eat raw, toss into stir fries, stuff with lean proteins, or roast in the oven for extra flavor. They're a sweet, crunchy, low glycemic food that adds color and nutrients to any meal without the spike. Finally, number 9, mushrooms. Mushrooms are a bit of a secret weapon when it comes to blood sugar management. They're super low in carbs, less than 2 grams per cup, and almost calorie-free, but the real magic is in their fiber. Mushrooms contain something called beta-glucans. These are natural fibers that help lower blood sugar by slowing down how fast glucose gets absorbed into your bloodstream. They also help improve insulin sensitivity over time. Some research shows that regular mushroom intake can reduce fasting blood sugar by up to 12%. That's not a minor effect. It's enough to impact your A1C levels over the long term. They're also rich in B vitamins and selenium, both of which support your nervous system, protect your kidneys, and reduce the kind of low-level inflammation that chips away at your health when you have diabetes. Certain varieties like shiitake and maytake even boost immune function, something that tends to decline when you're living with high blood sugar. You can saute mushrooms with olive oil, toss them into soups, blend them into omelets, or use them as a meat substitute in stir fries. Their savory, satisfying flavor makes meals feel hearty without loading you up on carbs. So there you have it, 9 vegetables that do far more than fill your plate. They actively work to lower inflammation, support your organs, stabilize your blood sugar, and help your body function the way it's meant to. But we're not done yet. Let's talk about the most important meal of the day, breakfast. Because for people with diabetes, your morning meal can either set you up for success or start a blood sugar roller coaster that lasts all day. In the next section, I'll walk you through 5 easy, powerful breakfast ideas that are diabetic friendly, protein packed, and designed to help you feel full and energized without the crash. Let's dive into 5 blood sugar friendly breakfast ideas that go beyond the usual toast and coffee. These meals are satisfying, full of nutrients, and easy to prepare, even if mornings aren't your favorite time to cook. First up, the Mediterranean Power Scramble. Eggs are a fantastic food for stabilizing blood sugar. They're packed with protein, low in carbs, and help you feel full longer. But when you combine them with the right ingredients, they become even more powerful. And in this breakfast, we start by sauteing a handful of spinach and cherry tomatoes in olive oil. Once they've softened, crack in 2 or 3 eggs and scramble everything together. Just before serving, sprinkle in a little feta cheese. Here's why this works. Spinach gives you magnesium, which most diabetics are deficient in. Magnesium helps insulin do its job. Tomatoes bring in lycopene, which protects your blood vessels. Olive oil slows digestion and helps prevent blood sugar spikes after the meal. And that feta, it adds a touch of saltiness and creaminess, while also delivering calcium to support nerve function. The The whole meal takes less than 10 minutes, but it sets you up with protein, fiber, and anti-inflammatory nutrients that last you all morning. Breakfast number 2, the cauliflower and broccoli bowl. Most breakfasts in America are carb heavy: cereal, pancakes, muffins, all of which send your glucose through the roof. This bowl flips that script. Start by steaming or roasting chopped cauliflower and broccoli. You can cook them ahead of time and keep them in the fridge. In the morning, warm them up in a skillet, crack a couple of eggs on top, and let everything come together. You can sprinkle in a little parmesan or nutritional yeast for flavor. Both cauliflower and broccoli are packed with fiber and natural compounds that reduce inflammation and support your insulin receptors. Eggs bring the protein and healthy fats. If you struggle with morning fatigue, this combo helps stabilize your glucose and keeps your energy consistent until lunch. Plus, it's a great way to sneak in vegetables first thing in the day. On to number 3, zucchini and turkey sausage hash. This one's especially good if you tend to feel that mid-morning crash. Start by sauteing sliced zucchini with diced bell peppers and lean turkey sausage. Add a pinch of garlic, pepper, and maybe some paprika if you like a little kick. You can top it off with avocado slices for even more healthy fat. Zucchini is loaded with water and fiber, helping you stay hydrated and full. Turkey sausage gives you the protein without the grease of traditional sausage. Bell peppers bring in vitamin C to support insulin sensitivity. And avocado adds healthy fat that slows down digestion and prevents those blood sugar dips that leave you feeling drained before lunch. It's savory, hearty, and full of flavor, and you won't miss the toast or potatoes one bit. Let's keep going with breakfast number 4, tomato and spinach chia pudding. Yes, you heard that right. Chia pudding doesn't have to be sweet. Blend cooked spinach and a small ripe tomato into unsweetened Greek yogurt. Stir in 2 tablespoons of chia seeds and let it sit for at least 15 minutes so the seeds can thicken it up. You can prepare this the night before and grab it straight from the fridge in the morning. Why does this work? Chia seeds absorb liquid and form a gel-like texture that slows down how fast sugar is absorbed into your bloodstream. That's key for preventing spikes. Greek yogurt gives you probiotics, which are essential for gut health, something many people with diabetes struggle with. A healthy gut improves everything from digestion to insulin sensitivity. And the spinach and tomato, they add vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants without adding sugar. It's creamy, satisfying, and a totally different spin on breakfast that your blood sugar will thank you for. Finally, breakfast number 5, cabbage and egg wraps. This one is simple but incredibly effective. Use large cabbage leaves as your wrap base. Lightly steam or microwave them until they're soft enough to bend without breaking. Then fill each wrap with scrambled eggs, shredded cheese, and a spoonful of mashed avocado. You can even add in a sprinkle of red pepper flakes or a squeeze of lemon juice for extra flavor. Cabbage contains sulforaphane, a compound that helps reduce inflammation and improve how your body uses insulin. Eggs provide protein, cheese gives you calcium and a creamy texture. And avocado, that's your healthy fat source to keep blood sugar steady and hunger at bay. This is a meal that looks light, but leaves you full, focused, and energized without the heavy crash you get from traditional breakfast foods. Alright, those are 5 solid breakfast ideas to get your day started right. But what about dinner? What if you could make meals that feel rich, satisfying, and luxurious, without spiking your blood sugar or blowing your budget? Because next, we're heading into 5 restaurant-quality, diabetes-friendly dinners you can make at home for $5 to $7 per serving. Let's be honest, managing diabetes doesn't mean you have to settle for bland food. You deserve meals that are rich in flavor, satisfying in texture, and make you feel like you're dining at a nice restaurant, even if you're eating in your pajamas. Here are 5 luxurious, restaurant-quality dishes that are packed with flavor, kind to your blood sugar, and easy on the wallet. Each one comes in around $5 to $7 per serving, but they taste like they cost triple that. First up, roasted red cabbage steaks with garlic butter. This one sounds fancy, and it looks beautiful on the plate, but it's incredibly easy to make. Start by slicing a head of red cabbage into thick, steak-like rounds. Drizzle each slice with olive oil, sprinkle with salt and pepper, and roast at 400 degrees for about 25 minutes. While that's roasting, melt a few tablespoons of butter and infuse it with minced garlic. Once the cabbage comes out of the oven, drizzle it with the garlic butter and crumble a little feta on top. Red cabbage is packed with anthocyanins, which reduce inflammation and support blood vessel health. Garlic boosts immunity and supports glucose regulation. Feta adds creaminess and calcium. This dish is warm, flavorful, and deeply satisfying, perfect as a main or a side dish. Next, stuffed zucchini boats with spinach and ricotta. This one is comfort food without the carb crash. Cut a zucchini in half lengthwise and scoop out the center. Saute fresh spinach with garlic, mix it with ricotta and a bit of parmesan, then stuff it back into the zucchini shells. Bake at 375 degrees for 20 minutes until golden and bubbly. Zucchini keeps the dish low carb and high in hydration. Spinach provides magnesium for blood sugar control. Ricotta adds protein and healthy fat, slowing digestion and preventing spikes. It's creamy, warm, and feels indulgent, like something you'd get at a cozy Italian restaurant. Dinner number 3, cauliflower crust pizza with tomato and mozzarella. Who doesn't love pizza? The problem is the crust is usually packed with carbs that send your glucose soaring, but not this one. Steam and mash a head of cauliflower. Mix it with 1 egg, some parmesan, and seasonings. Form it into a pizza crust and bake until golden. Then top it with fresh tomato slices, mozzarella, and a few leaves of basil. Pop it back in the oven until the cheese melts. This version gives you all the joy of pizza night, without the blood sugar roller coaster. Cauliflower brings fiber and choline for liver health. Tomatoes bring lycopene for your heart. Mozzarella adds protein. It's crispy, cheesy, and everything you want in a pizza, minus the guilt. Fourth on the list, broccoli and cheese souffle. Don't let the word souffle intimidate you. This is easier than it sounds, and the result is downright impressive. Steam and finely chop some broccoli. Mix it with eggs, a splash of milk, sharp cheddar, and a little nutmeg. Beat the egg whites separately until fluffy, then fold them in and bake the whole thing at 375 degrees for about 30 minutes. What comes out of the oven is a light, airy, cheesy delight that feels like it came from a French bistro. Broccoli delivers sulforaphane and fiber. Eggs bring high-quality protein. Cheddar adds calcium and flavor. The texture is dreamy and the flavor is rich without being heavy. You'll want to make this one again and again. Last but not least, spinach and chicken stuffed peppers. This dish is bright, filling, and full of flavor. Cut bell peppers in half and hollow them out. Saute shredded chicken with spinach, garlic, and a little crumbled feta, then stuff the mixture into the peppers. Bake at 375 degrees for 20 minutes until everything is hot and tender. Bell peppers give you vitamin C and antioxidants for your blood vessels. Chicken provides lean protein. Spinach brings iron and magnesium. The combination is savory, slightly tangy, and deeply nourishing. It's the kind of dish that makes you feel taken care of, without spending a fortune or stressing over your blood sugar. And there you have it, 5 veggie-packed, blood sugar-friendly dinners that feel luxurious but are incredibly doable. These meals prove that healthy doesn't have to mean boring, and diabetic-friendly doesn't have to mean flavorless. Managing diabetes isn't about giving up everything you love. It's about making smarter choices that fuel your body, protect your organs, and help you feel good every single day. If this video gave you new ideas, helped you feel more confident, or just reminded you that food can be both healing and delicious, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. There's plenty more where this came from. And if you've got a favorite veggie, breakfast idea, or go-to dinner recipe that works for your blood sugar, share it in the comments below. You never know who you might inspire. Thanks for being here, and remember, small steps lead to big changes. You've got this.